Hi there, it's Lynn from Lynn and the HDMMRC, and this YouTube is going to be slightly different, a little different than what we're used to on this channel. What we're going to do is open a box, and no, I'm not going to drag this out and do like I did with Steve Childers and others. I'm not going to try to compete with Heath with his unboxing in the past. I'm going to try to get to this one really quick, but it's a two-parter. This goes back quite a ways with the HDMMRC Club, with one of our first shows at the Anaheim Convention Center. We try to program all of our engines with the first two numbers, our club number, which mine is 29. Now, this makes it simple so that when I program number in on my throttle, it's not the same as somebody else's, except if you have two locomotives and they have the same last two numbers in what happened at this time. I had a very nice custom-built steam locomotive that was sitting on my monolith, and looked like it was fine. I went to start another engine in the yard, not knowing I had a third engine that had the last two numbers, and it pushed right into the steam engine, dropped about 40 inches to the concrete floor. This has been years ago. Contacted a lot of people about repairing it. Nobody was really interested when they found out it was DCC. Then I came in touch with Ron from Classic Model Trains, and he has had it for the last couple of years, along with a couple of boxes of other broken and parts of trains and miscellaneous that I've been sending him. Finally got around to fixing it. Not so much that he got around to fixing it, trying to find parts for it. He even bought another locomotive similar to it that we thought we'd have good parts, only to open it up and found out it had cracked gears and all kinds of problems, but there was a few pieces that he could salvage. You need to go to his channel and see the whole video. I'll put a link somewhere on the video down in the notes below telling you about it. Now, the second part of it, this engine is historical. Back in the 30s, Timken, hope I'm pronouncing that right this time, came out with wheel bearings for steam engines. They went to Alco, had them build an engine just for them. They put all the wheel bearings in it instead of the solid brass that they've used in the past, and then they put it out to any locomotive railroad that wanted to use it free of charge until it reached 100,000 miles. They guaranteed that the wheel bearings would last until 100,000 miles. It went to the UP, it went to the Santa Fe. In the last 1,000 miles or so, it was in the hands of the Northern Pacific. Northern Pacific was so impressed with it because it was still going at 100,000 miles, they wanted to buy it. They negotiated a deal, and those locomotives came to be known as Northerns. The most popular one is with the Santa Fe. They bought the most of them, and still running one of them, the 3751. They even got videos on this channel of that engine. So we finally got around to fixing it. He sent a couple of other little goodies along, and we're going to open this box up and take a look at it. Trying not to cut myself in the process. Now you're probably thinking at this point, this is a pretty good sized box for just a steam engine. Well, if you've been following Ron's channel, and you should, you know he recently, for $1, ended up with a complete layout, trains and everything from a club that had disbanding up there in Billings, Montana. So he had a lot of stuff on eBay. Some of it sold, some of it didn't sell, and we negotiated a deal, and here's some of the engines. This one here's a Santa Fe baggage car. There's a bunch of them in here. I'm not going to unwrap all of them, but you get the gist. There's a lot in here. Now, I also know he sent along a few extras, so I'm not going to bother you with that. I might show you later in a still picture. But we're trying to get down. Notice I'm still pulling cars out. to this box at the bottom. This is what's known as the 4 ACES. That is what Timken bearings called it, 1111. Now with all railroads, they have their own designated number. So when the Northern Pacific bought it and put it into their livery, they changed it. Here's even my notes that I sent to him. Of all the stuff I sent him, I'd like this one back. There's a few others that he has that I wouldn't mind, but they're in worse condition than this one, believe that or not. So the Northern Pacific numbered it 2626. Don't know how well that shows up. It's DCC. It's repaired. The front trucks were damaged. One of the drive wheels was so bent that when it went down the track, it did one of these. Thank you, Ron. We're going to try this out here in a few minutes. Now, it's going to be a while before I'm going to be able to be at a show. Bunch of things coming up. Bunch of things have come up. But that is the history of the 4 ACES, from the real engine to the model engine. And again, a big thank you to Ron. Check out Ron at Classic Model Trains. Check out the rest of the videos in this group. Lynn McCurdy and the HDMMRC. And if you don't know what that is, that's High Desert Modular Model Railroad Club. So as always, from the mountains to the sea, from the desert of California, have a great day.